the baking soda, and the salt. And you're going to want to mix that all together, and then you're going to mix up your wet ingredients, which are all of the remaining ingredients except for the chocolate chips. And you're going to slowly add those dry ingredients to your wet ingredients.
This is something
important.
This is the trick. Okay, that's what does it. So there has to be a pause in the action between the ingredient coordination.
Yes.
Okay. So then she adds.
Mix it in one bowl.
So then she adds the dry stuff to the already mixed wet stuff.
Correct. Yes.
Got it.
If you mix it all in one bowl, it just does not turn out right. It tastes different. The consistency is different. It doesn't cook the same. I don't know what it is, but yes,
that is the
secret.
Well, the answer is you're better off not asking me. You're better off asking someone else who was on my podcast, the great Stuart Salek, who is actually in university to be a professional pastry chef. He would know. He would be able to correct both of us on the technicality. I would guess that's chemistry is what I would say. It has to do with the chemistry, chemical components of those ingredients is the answer. But he would know. That is immensely helpful information. Okay, got it. And then what? So by the way, so temperature 325 for her. She can use a sheet. And then 325 for how long?
I use a gas oven, and I know that ovens vary. Sometimes I know with electric ovens, they take longer to heat up and they don't get as hot.
Well, 325 should be 325. But yes, you're right.
So I would say 15 to 17 minutes, but start with 15 minutes. And once you have everything mixed up, you're going to want to drop the cookies by 1/4 of a cup. So you're going to get out 1/4 of a cup, and that's going to be your measurement for the cookies. Like, they're going to be huge. They're going to be probably about the size of your hand. That's why it takes them so long to cook.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, so now you mean you take 1/4 of a cup, you take the 1/4 cup measurement, and that's the amount of batter that you would then put onto the sheet, correct?
Right.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then you're going to want to put them like 3 inches apart because they will expand pretty large.
3 inches. Okay. Wow. Boy, oh boy, am I glad to. Even Stuart wasn't this good. I mean, you're giving me the measurements. You're giving me the math here. I mean, wow. Okay. Got all that.
You need the proximities.
Yeah.
But once you lay them all on your cookie sheet, I can usually, and I have a really large sheet, I can usually fit only 4 on mine. So if you have a smaller one, I would only put 2 on there at a time. It might take you a while you might be baking all day, but it'll be worth it.
Good.
And that is it. Once they come out of the oven, you'll want to let them cool for like 2 to 3 minutes before you can try and move them. And if you have a wire rack, that would be choice to put them on a wire rack so they could cool, but you don't need one.
Well, thank you for that. I will remember all of those details. I mean, that's critically more advanced than what my mother has been preparing. So that's a lot of like really good tips for baking really, really good cookies. I mean, that's really advanced, but I will definitely help her to give that a try to see if we can recover these cookies. And if I can, I will certainly let Anastasia know that I'm sure that will work great. All right. Well, I tell you what has been, let me ask you just a couple more questions. We've been on for maybe 30 minutes.
Okay.
Not too much longer. I got other things, we all have, I have other things going on. But I do want 2 big questions, and then I'll give you the last word, the closing argument, basically. So what has been your greatest, and you can be funny about it, your greatest failure that you've had so far, your greatest blooper that you've had in the kitchen so far?
Oh gosh. Well, let me think what I was making. I was making some sort of I think it was taco soup or something, some crazy recipe that I found on Pinterest. And I used the most expired cheese that you could think of. It was green. I didn't know it was green.
Oh,
Someone told me this. It was green. It was like mushy. And I didn't realize there was anything wrong with it until I went to go take a bite of it. And that's not the first time I've eaten something
whoops! You
expired.
had to get a new beer and everything. You spit out your beer. You had to get more beer and all of that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well that was kind of gross. Well, but you know
Yeah.
what? You know what? Live and learn. All chefs do it. You know, every chef has a mistake, and at some point you cook and you're just going to completely bollocks something like that. You know, that happens. Your greatest success.
My greatest success. I would say that would be my cookies, because everybody seems to love them, and I always get compliments that they are the greatest chocolate chip cookies that they have had in their entire life. So that always makes me feel really, really good.
Always makes me feel really, really good. Well, you know what, Anastasia? I think our listeners felt really, really good listening to your story this evening. A very important story, a very serious story, and a very positive story. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, I don't think so.
All right. Well, you know what? I got a couple more things to say. Just a couple more things.
Okay.
As I like to say, I will get this out to you as soon as I can get this published. It'll be probably in a couple of hours. You might see it. Actually, the sooner you can get me your channel, I will get this back out to you. All right.
Right. Okay.
So thank you so much, Anastasia Danielle. You are always welcome. Always, always, always welcome on Aaron's Opinion. You'll be added to my WhatsApp group, and you're a great friend to our show. We are so happy to have you on Aaron's Opinion. If you have any questions about life, anything's going on, you just reach out to me and tell me what's going on, because I just love recording episodes of this podcast for people to tell their interesting and entertaining stories from all over the world. All right then. Well, I really enjoyed that, guys. As I like to say, a couple things. Number one, have a good day today. Number two, have a great day tomorrow. Number three, I'm going to bake some cookies. Okay, bye. I'm done.